Hello, Daniel with Imboden Creek Honeybees and Hives. Just a little update on these two hives I got the 5th of May. Hive 1, Hive 2. As you can see, there's a little bit of activity going in and out. The issue I think I'm having with these two hives is I think they're queenless. Got in there, I don't know, Sunday and noticed cat brood, larvae, and no eggs. Also seen a ton of emergency queen cells. Hive 2, there's 3 deeps on there. Each one of them has a fully drawn comb. Every frame just about is covered in bees. So I'm not 100% sure. I don't know if I killed the queen during an inspection. Maybe they killed the queen, or maybe they possibly swarmed. I'm not 100% sure. I didn't see no eggs in there the last time I was in there, so it's why I'm thinking they may be queenless. Either that or they're filling the frames up pretty quick with pollen and nectar, so I'm hoping that I misdiagnosed the situation and the queen just has no room to lay, so therefore I'm not seeing any eggs. Didn't really see the queens either, but last week or the week before I did miss the queen in number 2. Thought they were queenless, didn't see the queen. I had only had 2 deeps on there at that time, and so I'd done a second check and I actually found her. So she's maybe on the side of a frame, on the side of the box, or something. So I identified and located both of them, I guess, about a week ago. So again, I hope I misdiagnosed the situation. If I did, not 100% sure what's going on with those queen cells. My estimate is maybe 5 to 6 in each hive. I tore one out yesterday when I was trying to assess how many bees I had, and there was actually larvae in there, so not quite sure what's going on. Either way, I think what I'm going to do is get me an insurance policy. So Sunday, I'm going to pick up 2 carnelian mated queens. I'm going to put in that hive and that hive. My thinking on that is if I have 2 mated queens, once she's released, she'll start laying and building up brood. Meanwhile, in these 2, I'm going to leave queenless if they actually are, and see if those were actually emergency queen cells, and see if they emerge and come back from their mating flight. Hopefully nothing gets them. And then hopefully within 2-3 weeks from now, I actually start seeing eggs in that one again. But tomorrow during my split, I'm going to verify at least in number 2, because I don't really want to open up number 1. It'll be kind of late in the day. It'll be about 5:30, 6 o'clock. They're already going to start coming in, probably getting a little cranky, so I'm going to concentrate on just looking at 2. And hopefully I find the queen in there. If I find the queen and some eggs, then I may just tear them cells down and then kind of go from there. So I'm either going to create an insurance policy, or I'll actually have 4 hives. So I'm going to try to keep 4 hives going. If I have the 2 mated queens in here laying well, either one of these, if there's no queen, I can put a frame of eggs in there and hopefully they'll make a new queen. Now, if we get to the middle of August and there's still no queen, then I'll probably, depending on the population in these two, I may just do a newspaper combine. But I'm keeping my fingers and toes crossed, and I'm hoping that, one, I misdiagnosed the situation, or two, I get 2 successful queens in there. It's about the middle of June. Still have a lot of clover. You can see I'm surrounded by some pretty large fields, which they have ladino clover, red clover, and I believe it's called Lesbidesia. Also down the road, there's several other fields, again with the same type of forage. So I'm hoping that our weather stays, at least for the next 2 weeks. We got rain in the forecast, cool temperatures, so I'm hoping that it stays for a couple more weeks. I'm hoping middle to end of July, but we'll have to wait and see. You know, weather in Missouri changes all the time. So anyways, that's my little update. I'm a second year beekeeper. These are my nukes I got this year. My hive last year died out. Had 2 hives. Me and the cousin had 1 each. Hers made it. Mine, however, starved out during the winter, which I kind of suspected because they weren't the most productive bees. Anyways, these are carnelians. A lot of people say they build up quick, and my experience is, yes, in the spring they do build up quick. As you can see, I got 3 deeps on that one. That top one, the gray one, I put on, and within 3 to 4 days, I already had the queen up there laying. So again, they may have swarmed or something. So I'll do the split tomorrow, and I'll post another video in a couple weeks and let you know. Again, this is Daniel with Imboden Creek Honeybees and Hives. Happy beekeeping.